Hello, you beautiful people. My name is Davi. I'm joined by Abe. We're Redox Cinema, and welcome back to another Bear reaction. For our viewers and listeners, we hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick heads up, this episode is also available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, specifically the discussion portion of the show. And if you're looking for an uncut reaction, we are on Patreon. You'll find the link in the description to our Patreon. I want to thank all of our patrons and our subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your support. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing, liking this video, and also hitting that notification bell. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Good?
It's a long weekend.
Yes.
Do you have Monday off?
Yes. Yeah, I have federal holidays off.
That is a vibe. And I you know when you have plans on a Friday night during a long weekend, it feels like the weekend's longer. Like you did something and you're like, dang, I still have Saturday, I still have Sunday, and I still have like vibes.
Sunday scaries are not scary.
Exactly. Sunday can be a vibe, which Sunday should be a vibe, bro.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to work on Mondays.
No, we shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Petition for that.
But before we get into this episode, Abe, can you read the episode from our previous reaction of the bear?
Yes, I'll read the episode from our previous
reaction. Oh my God, can you read? Oh my God.
I'll read the comments, my boy. I know what you meant.
I bugged. Can you read the comments? Sorry, guys. As you can tell, long week.
The first one here comes from Madison A. Pitts. The way Tina goes from most hated to most wholesome character. And I'm so excited for you guys to watch and break down the Richie character arc this season. Your insights are so thoughtful and interesting. Thank you, Madison. Appreciate that. And yeah, Tina's arc is dope. It was a quick flip, but it all made sense, I think, in the way that they wrote it out. This one comes from Power Trip 25. All caps, fishes is all I'm going to say for this season. LOL. 5-star television here. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
I have no idea what that means, but I will keep my eye out for the fishes. This one comes from Bad 4660. Just announced season 3 will drop sometime in June. Yes.
And they're releasing all the episodes at once.
Rip. That's bad, bro.
I don't like that. I hate binging.
I don't know why. The only ones who do it right is HBO and Prime.
Yeah. I mean, Disney sometimes does weekly
releases.
Yeah,
Disney does.
But this is Disney as well, right? Because it's FX.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They should figure it out, bro.
They got to figure out a whole system.
Because especially since the episodes are so short in this, like you will be, the bear is cinema. If you just cook like the season all in one day, I don't feel like you can appreciate it like the way that it's meant to be appreciated. So it's good that we do it this way because we don't have time to be watching all of it all at once anyway and recording because it's too much. But this works out for us. And it looks like we're going to be on pace to fully catch up by the time season 3 comes out. We'll be able to put reactions out when people are actually watching the show.
Oh yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah. With that being said, y'all, Abe, episode 3. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. I'm trying to start from a healthy place.
That sweater's fire. I know he's talking about his feelings and stuff. I shouldn't be. That fits fire.
I think when I was a kid, anything that would give me any sort of excitement or amusement or enjoyment, it always got kind of fucked. I don't think my family meant to ruin it or anything like that. You know, I don't think they did it on purpose, but I think I have to remind myself to breathe sometimes. I have to remind myself to be present, you know, remind myself that the sky is not falling, that
This is super interesting that he's like this open.
You know, maybe if I could provide more amusement or enjoyment for myself, it would be easier to provide for others, you know.
Showing that he's growing from that monologue from season 1.
Basically, he's saying there's nothing that really like makes him happy. Oh, damn. She's like reading all about restaurants that got closed down.
Bridgeport, known to be the neighborhood diner people counted on for the past 7 decades, is closing its doors for yesterday.
That's some PTSD. Oh my god.
That's crazy. So many restaurants didn't survive that time.
Restaurants of decades. Jews came as a
Bro, the editing in this show is so good.
Show's about to make me hungry, bro.
You know what a lot of restaurants suck at?
How much time do I have to answer that question?
Desserts. Do we have any miles?
Yes, Pete at United.
Can we use them?
Of course.
Can I pitch you something crazy?
We said Marcus somewhere?
So maybe not so crazy.
No, I think that's smart. How's his mom?
I think she's stable.
Okay, so it's his mom.
Okay.
Again, it might be good to send him somewhere wild.
Wild, like...
Like Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Oh, they got pastries over there, bro.
All right.
Fancy ass food, bro.
I wonder if this entire season is just going to be the process of opening the restaurant. And we'll never see the restaurant opening.
Oh, interesting.
Until season 3. That's kind of what I'm figuring out.
I think that we need to go out. We need to try some stuff, like a reset.
You're sending me home?
No, I'm not sending you home. I'm sending us out for inspiration.
Yeah, you think they're trying too hard? Like they're doing too much?
Yeah. Maybe they have to go back to the basics?
Yeah.
Really, it was almost perfect.
Almost.
You think she's annoyed? What was that?
Yeah, I think she recognizes it because she would have fought more, I think. Where's Zebra? Nah,
Oh,
chill.
no.
Still doing demo. Just having coffee. You're not supposed to have caffeine when you're pregnant? Damn, I feel awful.
How's your mom doing, by the way?
Good.
They said that she got stuck on a Zoom. You know what that's about?
Got a promotion.
Nice.
And Mom got a raise too, which is why Uncle Frank got the good cake from Weber's.
It's cute.
She's a hard worker, and that's important, right?
Yeah, but you still have to pay child support because fair is fair.
She's cute and smart.
I love taking care of you, and I always will. You know that?
I know, Daddy.
Aw, it's the thing.
I love you. And Eva, I love Taylor Swift too. I just needed a break.
He's saying I'm still Swifty. We all need that break sometimes, Eben. I get you.
Hello?
Did you really give me a fake number?
Oh.
My feelings be hurt? I think they're hurt.
No. Sorry, no. That must have been a mistake.
Why? Just walk me through giving me a fake number. Why?
Wow, she calls us BS.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Yeah, okay.
Such a bad liar.
I'm sorry. It was a mistake.
Look at that smirk.
Now I have two questions. Okay, one, is it okay that I have your number, or did you really not want me to have your number?
No. It's I want you to have my number.
Okay, say that one more time.
Damn, she like knows what she wants. Like,
Yeah.
Are you busy today?
yes, every second counts.
But I have to move all this shit from my mom, who is not dead. She's actually absolutely thriving, into storage, and they're really big boxes, and I need a really big car. Do you still have that van?
Yes, no, we do. We still have that van. I am in.
Really? Okay, I'll text you the address.
No. I know where it is.
Are you sure? Because I'm worried about your number issue.
Got him. It's interesting because she's like not asking him on a date. She's asking him for a favor.
Yeah.
Matcha latte, please.
Matcha's great.
It's a vibe. Getting hungry again, bro. Oh my goodness.
Here you go.
What? That looks amazing.
That looks really good.
That's probably so gas, bro. Is that spam?
No idea, but it looks good.
You take the day off, she's probably not gonna be happy about that. So good. They're so good at montages, bro.
I wonder what the process is like to make these montages. Do they hire someone to do it specifically, or it's already?
What I mean, to
in
do
this-
all the B-roll?
Yeah, like what do they do? What's the process like? Because everything is very intentional.
I'm assuming this is all written.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm wondering like how written it is.
So glad you came.
This feels almost like documentary-ish. Oh, that looks so fire.
Is there a timeline to opening?
We want to open in May.
Everyone is like,
Good luck.
yeah.
We're gonna do a short rib hummus instead of the lamb neck.
Oh my God, bro.
Short rib hummus. That sounds delicious.
Oh, anything with short ribs, I'm sold, bro. You don't have to convince me.
You have to make sure that your hospitality and service is overwhelming. Make sure you have a great partner, someone you can trust.
Yeah, my wife and I had a restaurant over in Bucktown.
Why do you think it closed?
We had a terrible business partner who took all of our money and flew off to Hawaii.
Okay.
It's business, but you know, these things happen all the time.
Yikes.
Oh, I have a partner.
What's your profit share?
Not like that. We're just, we're working together. Yeah.
Got it. Been there.
Yeah, they didn't talk about any of that.
Nope, they didn't.
Listen to your gut.
Yeah, I heard.
I was gonna say we haven't had any of that context, like in terms of the logistics of the money and any of that.
Carmen Berzotto.
What are you doing? You're trying to get your foot. Okay, push, pick up. Yeah, hold on.
Did anybody, come through?
Yo, Fat, any new hires, bro?
No, just people that weren't nice.
Just let me know if anybody comes by.
Yeah, chef.
Oh, also, Marcus, there's something I want to run by you later.
Looking forward.
Okay, bye.
You just looking forward?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never said that before in my life.
Why don't we push this? Why don't we look forward to that?
Yeah, okay.
Oh no. Okay, because when it goes to handheld, you know, you always suspect something bad.
Did you know the beef on Orleans? I heard these people are they're revamping it. It's gonna be like a cool fine dining spot. They're looking for like front and back house.
You're seriously not poaching in front of me right now.
No.
All looks so good, bro.
It looks incredible.
Oh, that was fire. Oh, Oh, this is so good. They always think of like a new way to like spice up the B-roll, I feel like.
Yeah. They introduced the tilt.
That drone tilt.
Yeah.
Food looks fake. How good it looks. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So were we kind of like in her brain right now?
A little bit. I think like
she was developing a dish.
Yeah, and I think like the end showed like a scrambled mess. Like she doesn't have like a clear idea. That was cool. Yo. Ayo.
That is a move.
How are you still eating, my girl? Like, I
this
swear to
must have
God.
been great to film. This episode must have been amazing.
She's had like 30 courses throughout this entire day. This would have been my favorite episode. Oh, that's right. I hate those cherries.
You don't like them?
Tastes like synthetic.
It's candy. That's how I see it. It's not even cherries. It's literally candy.
That's what I'm saying.
Richie, you're just spreading shit everywhere right now.
What is this? What happened?
Well, you got wood rot, you got termites, you got roaches, you got dead raccoons.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Wood, so obviously the wall is fucking gone. This isn't a facelift anymore.
Yeah, you know, pal, I think you might be right.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So we just knocked everything down?
Yeah. Sorry, you would have preferred that
Me?
that I call you to tell you the walls are rotting and they need to be knocked down?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, for next time, what should I have done?
This just feels like obviously a really big decision, and it would have
Sure.
been nice to have been included in it.
Okay, got it. No. Next time the walls need to be knocked down. There's nothing we can do about it.
You let me know.
I'll let you know. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah, thank you, Chef.
Oh my God, Richie's literally a 12-year-old. I mean, I get she wants to just be notified, but like, bro, there's nothing they could have done.
Yeah, but he wasn't picking up the phone, wasn't texting her back. She just wanted, like, I think just an update on something.
You all good?
Yeah, thank
Awesome.
you.
Yeah, for sure.
So
You know,
much for-
we're hiring if this doesn't work out.
Stop. F me.
Bro, handmade pasta, that's like so laborious. Interesting. Like they're trying too hard.
Because she wants to star. Putting a lot of pressure on herself.
Yeah.
That's how I'm seeing it. Yeah. Man, what another great episode. It was a Sydney episode.
Yep.
Focused on her. And what we've liked so much about the show was how it does a really good job at developing the supporting cast really well. And it kind of makes everyone a lead actor in a sense, where we know Carmi is the lead, but they do a really good job at showcasing you different sides of each character and what they're going through on a day-to-day life. So having this episode from Sydney was really cool in her process to how she's battling this process of opening the restaurant. So I want to start off with Sydney, because obviously she was the forefront of this episode.
Yeah.
What stood out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think like it's very obvious to me, like the show being named The Bear, it's very clear it's about Carmi and his family and everything, but like don't get it twisted. Sydney is a focal point of the show. Like she is a main driver of the narrative, and it almost feels like the two main like narrative points right now are Sydney and Carmi together on this path of like partnership and seeing eye to eye, being able to make it work, going through this like intensive process that is grueling, takes forever, and it needs a lot of trust. And you can start to see that it's lacking a little bit. And it's interesting because we left off the last season with conflict between them, and she came back, they were finding the money, and it kind of just got dropped. And it doesn't feel like they ever like fully worked out like their differences and like really talked things through. So like there's a little bit of lack of trust still between both of them. And I think, you know, the biggest example that we saw here was not getting a call from Carmi. She's getting a lot of advice from other chefs and other restaurant owners and hearing like, oh, like it's all about your partner. If you can't trust your partner, if your partner is doing shady shit, if you don't know how much you're splitting profit with your partner, like all this stuff that's like already placing doubt into her head. which she's had in the past because of failures and things not working out. All of that is now leading to this moment where it feels like there's tension and conflict between her and Carmi, and I can't really see a clear way to solve it because I think they're both well-intentioned and they don't know how to communicate like how to be equals in this sort of scenario.
Do you think Carmi has explicitly said that she is his partner? Like they're going to take this financially together and be, one-on-one with everything?
I mean, that's what it sounded like when they met with Cicero, right? Like they were like partners. Like everybody's a partner. Everybody who was sitting at that table, basically. I mean, it's been interesting. Yeah, I don't think it's ever been like a full concrete conversation. I think that is agreed between both of them, but they've never like fully fleshed out like, okay, what does this mean? What does this mean financially? What does this mean responsibility wise? What does this mean decision making wise? Like if there's a big decision we have to make, which we saw in this episode, Sydney felt like there was a big decision that they made and they didn't include her in, even though it's very clear there was no other choice that they could have had. What do they do about that? Like it doesn't feel like they've ever established that sort of thing. So they're like working through the process as they go.
Gotcha. And with that moment where they broke all the walls down, obviously they had to tear down. Do you think Sydney was overreacting, or you think it was valid for her to be overreacting, or do you think she wasn't overreacting?
I think the way she approached it was a little bit like accusatory. So maybe just the tone and the way that she was saying things, maybe I would have changed it, but I get it because again, all the doubts that she's had, she's gone through a full day of, like you mentioned, she's not being able to call Carmi. He's not really answering and giving input. They had like plans to do X, Y, and Z. And, she was trying her best to make things work and she wasn't hearing from him. And then when she gets there, she sees that they're doing something she had no idea about it. And now I think she's feeling cut out. But again, like the way that she reacted was very, I think that's one thing that she struggles with, is she likes to point the finger a little bit. And in this case, like if she had just pulled him aside and been like, listen, I know that this is where we had to go. Next time, just like call me and like let me know because I want to be in the loop. Period. Like not like it's a big decision because there was no choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't just let the building stand there. The bones of the building are rotting. Like you're not going to open up a good restaurant with that. You can't do that. It's a bad place to start. So yeah, I can see both sides of it, but I feel like it's a small thing to already be having conflict over in this process.
Yeah, I think, like this is just the start.
Right.
That's what we're seeing. It's kind of like, this is they're just, lighting up the fire,
Yeah,
It's just starting a little bit.
Exactly. I think the other thing that was interesting about this is the way that they're experimenting with food and palette and menu it's cool, but like it feels like they're trying so hard. And I like what you said of like she's wanting the star so badly, like that's her biggest motivation. That's why she's like going through all of this.
Yeah.
And I feel like, again, like I feel like that's a bad place to start.
Yeah.
Because you have to build everything kind of from the ground up. And if you're already building with the intention of like, all right, we have to find dishes that are crazy flavor combos that will be unique and like critics will see them, like I feel like you have to start a base first.
Yeah.
And like, what are the foundation of it? What is the style you're going for? What kind of dishes are you going to have? And then you can build and get creative. But right now, like, I feel like it's hard to get creative when everything else is a mess.
Yeah. Because the way I'm seeing it is Sydney doing this for the love of her work? Like, is she doing it because she loves to do this? Or is she doing it because she wants to seek validation and praise from others? Because, it's a really nice restaurant. That's what they want to build. They want to build a place where people, there's word of mouth and people are going like, go to this spot because they cook good food. I don't know. Want to build a very prestigious spot. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to why you want to do this.
Yeah, I think that part's interesting because I think it goes back to why we see Carmi and Sydney as different, because Carmi has been through the ringer when it comes to that sort of status for a restaurant. And he's seen like the really ugly sides of it. And I think she's probably seen some of that too. But to the extent where he's been there, done that, retained a star at a 3 Michelin star restaurant. And then now he like almost doesn't care about it because he thinks that he can see that there's more important things. And it's also a big stress to do that. she's a little bit more naive in the sense of like, we can do this. This is the ambition that we have. And I think that she does love what what she's like planning here and like cooking and owning a restaurant. Like that's what her dream is. But I feel like she's almost letting ambition get in the way a little bit of the success of the restaurant and how they should actually like start the foundation of everything.
Do you think that Carmi sees Sydney as a younger version of himself?
I think so.
And he's trying to be like, yo, watch out. Like I've been through this. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's I honestly think Carmi's pretty emotionally intelligent. Like I actually think he sees situations and reads them pretty well when he's not like completely anxious and like shit's not like hitting the fan everywhere. So I think that he, sees a little bit of that, but he also realizes like he had to learn on his own. So he needs to like, he can't put her on a short leash and be like, don't do this, don't do that. Like she has to kind of figure this out, on her own as she goes, like he did. And I think that's like the fine balance of what he has to do. So yeah, I think it's a weird dynamic because to be partners in that way, but also for one to have experiences that the other one doesn't, and you like wanting to be equal is tough because the power dynamic, just in general, by way of experience and what Carmi has done, I feel like is higher in the term of what he's done in the past and like his overall experience.
Yeah,
he knows more.
He's in a new dynamic as well, where he is starting from literally ground zero,
right?
He's building something up.
Correct.
So this is a totally new area for him,
mm-hmm.
and he has the experience, but it's also it's a new book that he's writing, basically.
Yeah.
But in the montages, those montages were great.
So good.
I want to know what stood out to you in those montages. What did it? What did you catch?
Specifically the black plate background with the small like pieces of food and plating like happening as you see the B-roll happening, as you see Sydney navigating through these restaurants and asking questions and taking notes and all this stuff and trying different foods. It almost feels like exactly what we talked about, where her brain is starting to put together these like concoctions, like puzzle pieces of like, okay, this could go with this and this, could be a good dish if we put this together. But you see that it starts really simple. Like it was like one piece of pasta and then like a little sprinkle of this. And then all of a sudden it starts to get messier. And like you see green on there splattered all over the place. And you see a little bit of like messy plating. And to me, I'm like, that's the like cooker's block or chef's block. You know what I mean? When you're trying to like discover genius, almost like writer's block. But, you're just putting too many things together and you're trying too hard. And like very clearly now they spent a lot of time doing two recipes that like were shit basically in their eyes. So it almost feels like it's being overcomplicated.
That's great that you said that. This episode was a writer's block episode.
Yeah.
Of someone experiencing that, bro, from a perspective of a cook.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it felt like to me anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can't imagine like that kind of thing, especially because like cooking and finding flavors that haven't been combined in the past and putting them together, I feel like it's really hard because like people have cooked for centuries and like there's so much study now, and like to do something truly unique, I feel like is really, really hard. Same as like music, even film. Like the more and more we go and the more art we have, the more we experience these type of things, the harder it is to feel like you created something truly unique.
Because everything is an inspiration of something.
Yes.
You're inspired by either it's your life experience or something that you've seen, you've read, or you've heard. It comes down to, you read it and that's how it's built up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think I think there's going to be a point where they have to realize they have to take a step back and uncomplicate it a little bit.
Yes. And we also saw a scene that really stood out to me was when she was eating the sundae, and it cut to a mother and a young daughter, also enjoying a dessert. Just wondering what specifically that moment you saw.
I just see somebody who like feels like she's a little bit alone in like the way that she's navigating the world. I mean, obviously she has Carmi to like partner with, but like her dad doesn't, not that he doesn't support her, but he's a little bit skeptical based on the things that have happened in the past. And I think now, she's like almost missing that maternal figure to like wrap her arm around her and like say everything's going to be all right. and just someone to like flat out support without any condition. You know what I mean? That's kind of the moment that's how I read into that little shot.
Yeah, no, it was a very powerful shot for sure. And going back to the opening of this episode, the monologue, Carmi's monologue, what you said that it was, I'm trying to remember what you said.
It felt like a little bit of a continuation from the first season.
Yes.
And like he's opening up a lot more, but it doesn't feel like he knows like what it is that's like that makes him happy and like that's driving him to be happy. It feels like he's a little bit in a gray area where he's like knows cooking is his passion and all of that, but like does it truly make him happy? And then like right after that, shortly after that we see a scene with him where Claire calls him and is asking him about like why he gave her the fake number, like all that stuff.
Stumbling.
Yeah, that's crazy. Shout out to her though for just like straight up calling BS. That's real.
Yeah.
So like those are the sort of things where I'm like, yes, I don't think he knows what makes him happy, but I also think he pushes things away that could potentially make him happy, like his family, like Claire, like these sorts of things that it almost feels like he thinks he doesn't deserve these things.
Yeah.
And that's just the vibe that I'm getting. Maybe Claire is a good thing. Like maybe she's somebody who can pull that out of him. I don't know. I'm still a little like, what's going on here? But it'll be interesting to see if she has any part to play in that development of him kind of seeking happiness, if you will.
Yeah, I saw it as like someone struggling to just experience joy.
Yep.
I think he just, like you said, I just think he feels like he doesn't deserve it. And that's, oh my gosh, that's a lot of weight on you that you're putting on yourself.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking to see that. And it's, man, I just love that when he is, in the way that the scene started, we started from a wide shot and it consistently started zooming in.
Yeah.
And when it got to the emotional part of when he was opening up and getting deeper and deeper and honing into his feelings, it was super close.
A big close up.
Yeah, that's just really good direction. I love the way this show is shot. But yeah, and also Marcus looks like they're gonna send him to Europe.
Yeah, he might go to Denmark to learn pastries, which is dope.
That's awesome.
The other piece is Ibra.
Yes.
Looks like he's like decided not to return to class, probably out of frustration.
And they're looking for another cook.
Yeah, I think it said something about executive sous chef,
yeah.
which I thought that was going to be Tina, but maybe I'm confused on like the roles and the hierarchies.
Yeah. Maybe they need another one.
Maybe they need another one. I mean, I'm sure if they're trying to make this as big as they have in their mind, they're going to need plenty of people.
Do you think? I think Sydney. See, this is the problem with the partner stuff because I think Sydney is seeing it at a totally different perspective versus Carmi. I think Sydney is seeing it as like a big spectacle where she wants to star, and maybe Carmi is trying to, maybe try to appease to that, but and being like, "Yo, we don't need the star yet." I don't know.
Yeah. I think he already said his part about that.
Yeah.
And he knows like he needs a partner, and if her ambition is to get a star, then at some level he has to support that. And I think that's where his like dilemma is of like, we have to stand something up, and at the very least like we have to build this restaurant from the ground up and get our shit together. And it feels like she's a little bit too concerned about like the star and the class, and the reviews and like all of that stuff. Which can definitely, affect whether or not the restaurant lasts long term. I totally get that. But it feels like we're starting like way ahead.
Yeah.
Than where they currently are in the process.
Yeah, and I feel like that's gonna come back to bite them.
Yes, that's what it feels like.
And with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for watching and listening to this reaction. We love you guys and see you soon for more The Bear Reaction. Peace, y'all.
See ya.